friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. So we're gonna do another multi-palette bingo. You guys seem to really want me to do one with my Anastasia palettes, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I don't know what we're gonna get. I have a strong feeling it's not gonna match this light blue shirt that I have going on, so I'll probably have to change, but it works for now. I own 5 of the Anastasia palettes, so I'll just pick one shade with a random number generator from each palette, making it 5 shades total, and we'll go from there. I have a feeling it's gonna end up being like more neutral, but I don't know, it could surprise me because there are like fun colors throughout these, but the likelihood of me drawing all those is slim. So I have the Modern Renaissance, which looks like this. It was everybody's favorite for a long time. I don't really use it anymore, but I loved it when I had it. I have my beloved Subculture palette that is highly controversial, but I love mine. I don't have any issues. It's one of my favorite Anastasia palettes. I have Prism, which I fell in love with this color story when I saw it, and I bought it without hesitation, and it's another one I don't really use too often anymore, but I loved it when I got it. The Norvina, which is also one of my favorites from Anastasia. I just think it's a really pretty, girly, glam, cutesy, cool tone palette, and I really like the shimmers in this one. And last but not least, the new Norvina palette. It's really pretty. It's the most fun one they've come out with. I still want them to come out with more of a fun one, but this is a step in the right direction and I'm excited about it. I also have 3 of the Strobe Cosmetics glitters. These are the like dark heart glitters or something like that, and I really want to use one of these in this look, but we'll see what kind of colors we get dealt, and then maybe I'll use one of those glitters with the look as well. So I'm just going to go in chronological order the way I just showed them to you. There are 14 shades in each palette. I have my random number generator from Google right here. So we're just going to generate 1 to 14, and for the Modern Renaissance we got number 9. So first we have Burnt Orange. We're off to a great start. I used this color all the time back then because I always had a transition shade like that in my crease. And now for Subculture, we have number 13. Okay, so we got Edge. I'm cool with that. You guys know I love a good yellow eyeshadow. For Prism, we have number 6. Oh my gosh, how lucky we got a bright color. Granted, the shade does take more building up than I would like, but I'm happy to have this so far. Like, so far this is looking yellowy neutral. And now with the Norvina palette, we got number 12. We got the shade Volatile, which is kind of a cool toned mauvey brown kind of color. And so far it's all matte, so literally whatever we get in the Riviera palette will be fine. So let's draw for the Riviera. We got number 10. And we got Coastline. So we're doing a very neutrally orangey yellow look with this. We'll see what happens. I don't know what we're gonna do with this. It's obviously not that exciting per se, but I think I'm just gonna bring in a wild card and probably use one of my Strobe Cosmetics glitter to make it like extra cool. And we'll see how it goes. You guys are occasionally begging me for neutral, simple looks, so this is for you. So I think I'm gonna go in first with Volatile from the Norvina palette, and I'm just taking that on kind of a tapered blending brush, because I'm gonna start by stamping this across my lid, and then I'll start blending it out in the crease. I didn't want to go with the obvious warm neutrals in the crease with the crease cut and then putting the neon yellow all over the crease, because I don't know, that seems too predictable for me. So I want to do something a little bit different, especially because, like I said, I do want to incorporate that glitter. So yeah, we will just kind of see how it goes. This is looking like it's going to be my most boring palette bingo yet. Well, what are you guys up to today? I always like to know what you guys are up to. Today is my day off from the salon, so I mean, I'm just doing work. I went to the gym with Morgan this morning. I am filming now. I think I'm going to film another video after this, do some editing. We have to take one of our cats, Leela, to the vet this week, mostly just because it's time for her annual checkup, but also just because she's losing a little bit of hair on her tail. It doesn't look alarming. Her tail doesn't look like irritated. Her skin doesn't look irritated. It's not red or anything. It literally just kind of feels like it's been buzzed. So we're just gonna take her today to get her checked up and see what happens. I don't know why I'm doing both eyes at the same time. I never do this anymore. I'm gonna start by popping a little bit of this right underneath the outside corner of the lower lash line. We discovered a new restaurant by our gym last night when Zane went with me and Morgan, and it was so good. They have poke bowls and you get so much food and you get a milk tea included. and it was so cheap. It was amazing, and I want to go back there right now. This is really hard because I don't really want to use burnt orange, but I really need to, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this with the large-ish blending blush brush. I can't speak. I'm just going to start tucking that literally right in the crease. I'm pretty positive you aren't really going to be able to see the shade in the end because I have so many shades that I'm going to need to blend out, but this will work for right now. I don't really have anything too exciting or interesting to tell you guys about. We are seeing Endgame on Saturday. That's really cool. I feel like this video is going up either on Saturday or very soon after Saturday. I'm not really sure, but we're seeing Endgame on Saturday, so if you guys saw it or are planning on seeing it, let me know down below. But don't give any spoilers because nobody likes a spoiler. I have a couple friends who drove up to Atlanta. I live in Florida. They drove up to Atlanta, Georgia to see a 56-hour Marvel movie marathon. And part of me is kind of jealous because I feel like that would be a lot of fun. But I also feel like I would get so annoyed being there. Like probably to the point where I wouldn't even want to see Endgame anymore once the marathon was over. It's just so long, so many movies. But I also would just, no, that'd be kind of nice just to literally sit and not have to do anything for that long of a period of time. Sleep when you want, drink when you want, eat when you want. It's pure relaxation, but I'm too stressful of a person. Not stressful. I stress too much as a person to sit down that long without having to do something. Now I'm going to take some of this Coastline shade and start incorporating that. And I'm literally just going to use the same brush I just used. I wiped it off a little bit. So this one's a little bit more peachy. I'm just going to start working that through the front portion of my crease just to add a little peachy element up towards my brow. Don't ask why, because I don't really have a reason. I just have to make these colors work, and I want them to be vaguely interesting, even though they're really not going to be interesting. I'm going to tuck that kind of in the front here as well. I hope nobody is angry that this wasn't a more exciting palette bingo as far as the colors go, but you guys wanted an Anastasia one, and there are not that many Anastasia exciting shadows. There are lots of browns, lots of light tones, so you can't really be mad at me. It's not my fault. This is what the palette bingo gods wanted me to do today, apparently. Now I'm going to go into Subculture. I'm going to take Edge right here. I'm just going to start working this in the outer portion of my crease. I really wanted this yellow to be a big part of the blending action so it could really show through and give it kind of an interesting kind of feel. I'm glad you guys enjoy the palette bingos because I have so much fun with them. They really just, I don't know, they get my creative juices flowing. They challenge me in a way that just doing a typical tutorial does not, because obviously I still like to be creative with my regular looks, but this forces me to do something I normally wouldn't do. Like I never in a million years would have picked these colors to pair together and be forced to find a way to make them work. So, I mean, that's pretty fun. I will say this is definitely not going to be my favorite look of all time, but I'm still having fun, you know? And now for the star of the show, where this is all going to hopefully come together a lot better, I'm going to take Sphere from the Prism palette. And I'm just taking that on this little fluffy brush. I've been using this like crazy for my inner corner highlight. I don't know why. And this is going to be my inner corner highlight. It's going to take a lot of just kind of packing and blending and packing and blending until it's the way I want it to. Because when you start to blend this shade, it really does like to kind of disappear. So I just have to be careful with my placement with this because I want it to pop as much as humanly possible. Because this is my saving grace. It's also super odd that I'm doing an all matte look, so I can't wait to pull some glitter into the mix. This shade definitely does not like to stick and pop very much, but you know, it's okay. I'm gonna take this liner from Colourpop. I think it's supposed to be like Crrsd, but it's spelled C-R-S-S-D. And I want to run this all in my waterline because I think that'll just help maybe make the inner corner pop a little bit more if I have a complementary shade in my waterline. We'll see. I think that helped a lot. I mean, anything to add some color into the mix. I mean, this is basically what it would look like if you don't move forward and add the glitter. Not the most exciting. I could have achieved a very similar look using less shades, but this is what we got. I'm going to make it creative by adding glitter. This one is Love Light from Strobe. It has different shifts of color, but the main color is kind of a pinky color. I wanted the warm one. The other two are more on the cool tone side. But it's kind of a fiery pinky coral color with gold and yellow. Oh my gosh, I just spilled glitter everywhere, but it was magical. So I have my NYX glitter primer here, and I'm just using this random Urban Decay brush that I don't really care about. And I'm just gonna start by taking some of that. And I want this to kind of go through my crease, I think. So I'm just running this through almost in like a cut crease kind of format, and we'll kind of see what happens. I basically just want glitter to travel through my crease in that matter. I really like that actually. I think it's cool because you don't really see it too much until I kind of blink, and I think it looks neat. I'm going to just kind of play around with this idea. I'm going to replicate it on the other eye, put on my lashes, something on my lips to spice it up, and we'll finish this up. All right, so this is the final look. What do you think? I mean, it's not the most exciting look I've ever done in my life, but I don't mind it. I think it's pretty cute. Granted, I think what makes it cute for me are the little additions, like adding in that liner to kind of go with the inner corner. Of course, adding the glitter is pretty cool. I went with my Coral Fixation liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star because I felt like it would go with the glitter pretty nicely. It's so weird. Like, I don't love shimmers in my crease, but like I don't mind piling glitter in my crease. Such a weird mindset. But I feel like it looks summery. It's like neutral summer. It's not too difficult, you know? And I feel like this palette bingo is kind of good because it just kind of shows you how you can spice up a look without having to do too much. I don't know though. This might be too much for some people, just adding like all that glitter in the crease, but I think it's cool. I think it makes just enough of an impact to make it kind of pop without it being overkill. But again, this is very neutral boring to me, but I don't dislike it. I just feel a little not myself, you know? But regardless, if you enjoyed this palette bingo, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'm sure I'll do another one with the Anastasia palettes down the road. Maybe I'll get something more exciting, but I highly doubt it because like I said, most of the shadows are brown, so you can only get so much. I'm happy that I got that neon-y yellow green, even though it doesn't show up that vibrant. It at least inspired me to use that color in the waterline. Let me know what other palettes you want me to do palette bingos with. I plan on doing one with all my Ace Beauté palettes very soon. I can do my Strobe palettes. I can do Jeffree Star again now that Blue Blood's here. I know I want to do my Colourpop one soon, actually. I could do all of the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palettes. That could be cool. Just let me know what you want to see. I always write things down on my list. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's BeatBe and follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe here before you leave. I post at least 5 days a week, sometimes 6, sometimes 7. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.